Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday night. It is our alternate break night. It is September 13th, 2025. We are late running tonight, but I do appreciate. I was actually starting to think all these breaks were going to get pushed to Monday. But you guys did get the mini filled, and because you got the mini filled, we are running football and baseball tonight. Just trying to. I've been kind of sitting here in the office watching the NASCAR race while waiting to see what was going to happen with our breaks tonight. So, not a shabby way of handling the night by any means. I'm trying to get this camera twisted. I think that's right. Never tell sometimes. It's always one of those like perspective things. We are going to do the serial number giveaway tonight. So if you want a chance to win yourself $5 break credit, you can pick a number, anything from 99 or lower. If you want to try to go for the coup de grace and go for the big time, you can best guess a number above 99. And if it hits, you will win $10 break credit. But go ahead and put your best guess of what number you think we will hit tonight in the comment section. I will write it down and it'll be good for both breaks tonight. Not running Cactus Jack tonight because it's not close enough to being full. All right. Lynn, 19. Sam and Alan, 23. All right. I got 7 people on. That means there's 4 more people. Oh, I got Anthony. What's going on, Anthony? Going 25. Well, it means there's at least 3 other people in watching right now that could be getting themselves $5 break credit as a win. So I do apologize for having to push breaks off. I think the travel was just getting the better of me last night. So the week before, I was in San Diego. This past week, I traveled to Baltimore and then continued on to New Jersey. Drove back the next day from New Jersey. Thursday, I was home. And then Friday, we had to drive up to DC for Aiden's pre-op appointment. And then we went to the air show. And I think everything was just getting to me. I was in bed at 9:30. I kind of just had everything kind of sucked out of me. I had just no will left in me on Friday. And I think it was just a lot had to do with all the travel I had been doing. And so I knew that I could not give you all my best effort. And if I cannot give you my best effort, then I need to push off and make sure that I can be 100% for you all, because you all pay your hard-earned money to be a part of this. And I'm not going to be one to take that away from you all. So hence we are now breaking tonight. So we got, for our first football breakup, we've got 4 select mega boxes, and then we have a Topps Chrome Hobby Box Breaker's Delight. So Matt Doller is going to get that box. And then Jaw, Marcus, Matt, and Lynn, you will all have the Commanders for your select box. Yeah, I had been caught up on all my sorting, but I'm going to do that and get caught up tomorrow. I got my Monday break mostly sorted, but this has been a whirlwind week. This is my last week that I was doing travel. We are T-minus 2 weeks away from Aiden's surgery. We got some decent news. I'm going to go ahead and get started here. So I'm going to run down the order from top to bottom here. So I'm going to go Jaw, Marcus, Matt, Lynn. So this box, first one up, is going to be for Jaw. Some kind of semi-good news. Doctor was pretty happy. So Aiden's pre-op surgery. doctor was pretty happy with Aiden's right leg. We're going to continue to monitor that and look at his braces to keep him straight. Oh, I do want to show you something. I had a fun dad moment. Aiden had his very first K1 race today. His fastest lap time was 189 seconds. But that's Aiden doing his very first K1 race. So that was kind of cool. He got stuck a couple times. Some of the tight turns he kind of struggled with. So what we kind of learned was that his upper body strength isn't maybe quite where it needs to be yet to do that. They tried bumping him up in speed, and twice he panicked because he couldn't control the cart at the faster speed, because the race car he uses is a radio flyer, so it's got like the kind of plastic Hot Wheels, and he basically wasn't strong enough to kind of control it to turn it around the corner, and as a result he went head on into the wall. He cried the first time. Actually, he cried on both times, but they thought they were going to have to get him out after the first one, and believe it or not, that kid stuck it out, and we almost took him out. We said no, and he kept on going. So major kudos to Aiden for sticking that one out. With regards to his surgery, we got the word that he actually may not actually need to be in the hospital for a full week. He might only need to be in for 2 days, which is a good sign. We've seen how big the device is. It's huge. So that's going to be an interesting navigation for us. So, kind of the same as we talked about that week. We won't be doing any breaks that week because we'll be dealing with hospital stuff and Aiden, but we should be back the following week. But we're happy to hear that his right leg is doing better. So that was some good news story for us. We're going to kick this right off with Mark Hudson's team here, the Minnesota Vikings, JJ McCarthy, and on a mini, Mark hits his same team. So, Mark, good hit for you, getting the same team you wanted anyways. So, JJ kicking this one off. All right. I plan on posting updates to the group about how he's doing once we get in surgery, everything. So, Marquise Brown for the Chiefs kicking us off. Sam Darnold on the shock. Trayvon Walker shock. Lamar Jackson turbocharge. And we got an Ed Oliver Green. That is 267 of 499. Ed Oliver, first numbered card for the Bills. I'm going to slide this one in the back here. All right. Quite a wild Bristol race on right now. Bobby Oriki, Kier Alam, Fashanu, David Montgomery on the silver die cut. Tyler Gailton, CJ Stroud, Future, Brian Burns, DJ Moore, Tyler Guyton, Sam Darnold, Tip Bremen, Brett Favre on the green and black shock, Corey Trice, Latu, and Joe Burrow. We'll figure my racer, once again, didn't make it past phase 1. His car literally caught on fire. It's like, geez, I could not catch a break with my race car driver for the last 3 weeks. He had like the worst luck in the last 3 weeks of racing. This is a good race tonight. Earl Campbell, Brett Favre, Earl Campbell again, Aaron Rodgers, Puka Nakua for the numbers, Ed Oliver, Joe Namath, Joe Alt, Joe Burrow, Theo Johnson, Brock Purdy, silver die cut, Mike Allstott shock, Aaron Rodgers, Drake May for the Patriots, rookie nice, Jameis Winston, Caleb Williams for the Bears, Theo Johnson for the Giants, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Addison, Tommy Townsend, and Emmett Smith. I did not see any Commanders for John on that one. It's kind of weird. We're getting a lot of reports that Donruss Football Hobby is going to release on Wednesday. There's no first off the line that's being published by Panini that's not even being shown as like about to release, but everybody else is showing it. I have 6 boxes of Donruss Football 2025 on order. So if they do ship, I'm planning on trying to run Donruss Football on Friday night's breaks. So that is my current intention, is to try to do that for Friday. I do have a Top Chrome hobby box and an Illusions hobby box for football that we will run Monday and Wednesday. All right, this one is going to go to Marcus for the Commanders. The NASCAR race has been goofy tonight. They're having a really bad tire problems where basically the rubber's just been ripping off the tires. I think they've maybe got the track rubbered up enough where it's not been as much of a problem, but like they've had cars just all over the place tonight. They've also been telling the drivers they got to slow down and hit a certain lap time, which I know they've been trying to have the tires wear out more, and I appreciate that, but I don't want them to slow down so much that it's now just a race managing tires than it is actually a race where you're actually running the best car. Tell you, been a comedy of errors in the NASCAR race. Like all sorts of guys having problems, wrecking, just wild race. Mr. Trokey. My goodness, phenomenal. I haven't seen you in a break in so long. You've been entering breaks, but I haven't actually seen you in a break in so long. It's good to see you again. Oh, God, another car's on fire. Oh, my goodness. Austin Cindric's car is on fire on pit road, and he can't afford to get out of the car because otherwise his playoff hopes may be dashed. Oh, my gosh. What a terrible thing. The guy's like sitting in there just sucking. I don't even know how he can see. I mean, the car is literally filled with smoke. Oh, my God. Guy's going to drive 150 miles an hour in a car that's filled with smoke. Wow. Fred Taylor, Kamani Vidal, Tyrone Tracy, shock for the Giants. I want to sleeve that one. Drew Brees. Not already. Chris Olave, Luke McCaffrey. There's one for the Commanders. Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Davis, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, Drake May, silver. Nice. I can't believe Austin Cindric had that car on as bad as fire as it was on. I guess they learned from his teammate Josh Berry, who did not seem so well, and got him in and got the fire put out much quicker before, because Josh Berry's car was just completely on fire. All right, here we go. Keenan Coleman, shock. I'll tell you, keep an eye on him. He's got some serious potential for the Bills because I think he's going to become one of the big primary targets. Caleb Williams. Kirby Joseph. Darnell Mooney. A.J. Brown. Braylon Allen. Brett Favre, shock. Brian Thomas Jr., Rome Odunze, Will Levis. All these cars are catching fire. They got another car that's on fire. Howie Law, Mika Fitzpatrick, Justin Herbert, Jaden Reed, dude, broken collarbone, done for the year. Brees Hall, Xavier Worthy, turbocharged for the Chief. Greg Zerlin, Trevor Lawrence, Fuaga, Andrew Van Ginkel, silver die cut. Jaden Daniels, there you go on your shock for Marcus. So that one's going to go to Marcus. Drake May on the numbers. Shaq Thompson. Malik Neighbors. Buddha. Malik Washington. Marvin Harrison Jr. Nice. Michael Pittman. Oh, very nice. Mark Hudson. How about a J.J. McCarthy shock for the club level or premier level? Very nice. With a Xavier Worthy and a Ricky Pearsall. $28 laps left in this race. Houston, are we reaching? So I'm trying to figure out who's going to win this race because now they got a bunch of guys pitting with 28 laps to go. So I have no idea who's going to win this race. All right. Sure, I'm not missing any of our commanders. All right, we're good. So I got Keselowski winning now. Crazy race. These tire situations just completely been messing everything up. Greg, who do you got in this break tonight? You got... Oh, Greg, you're in the baseball break. You're not in the football break. Why do I think you're in the football break, too? Greg, I'm going to make you pick the box for Finest tonight. All right, so this is going to go to Marcus. All my markers have disappeared on me. All right, make Greg pick which Finest box we rip tonight. Ugh. All right, Marcus, and we got the J and Dales. Yeah, I'll make you pick it. All right, Matt Del Orso is going to have this box for our Commanders. Yeah, you're going to have to pick it. You got to give me a number one from 1 to 7. Whatever number you pick is the box I'm taking out of the case. Should I do? You just were the one that was talking at the time. I was like, you got to give me in between number 1 and 7. And that's the box that we ripped tonight for Finest. All right. Empty box. No numbered cards on that one. This one is for Matt. Hi, hon. I picked Ryan Blaney to win this race. He's currently 3rd. Yes, I am. Oh, we got pointed. We got Panini points. Could be worse things. All right. All right, here we go. Lisa says 27. All right, here we go. Box number 3. This one is going to go for Matt. Lamar Jackson. Harrison Smith. Tua. Will Levis, who's not playing anymore this year. Jade and Daniels. There's one for Matt. I don't think I can handle that kind of responsibility. I mean, all you got to do is pick a number. That's all it is. It's pretty simple. Just pick a number. Boomer Esiason, Corey Trice, Will Richard, Kyle Hamilton, CJ Stroud, Shock, Kirby Joseph, Jared Goff, Turbocharge, 250 Panini points. We will random those. Mike Allstott, Amari Cooper, Jahan Dotson, Lamar Silver, die cut, Chris Jones. This one behind the Chris Jones. Will Anderson Jr., DK Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers, Xavier Worthy, Rasul Douglas, and DeMarcus Lawrence. I also do have some tier 1 boxes coming for baseball. I did end up getting some. As much as I begrudgingly hate the price, they were reasonable. Well, reason is a reasonable. Reasonable is not really reasonable on those products, but they were better than most I had seen, so I figured it was worth giving a couple a shot. Tyrone Tracy Jr., Patty Mahomes. I said between 1 and 7, not 8. Lad McConkey, Jalen Waddle, Chase Brown, Kareem Hunt, Roma Dunze, Puka Nakua shock on the premiere. Bijan, Lamar, Michael Penix for the Falcons, Levante David, Jared Goff, Ahmad Sauce Gardner, Jackson Powers Johnson, J.K. Dobbins shock, Justin Herbert, and Xavier Legette. So many cars on fire tonight. All right. Come on, you can pick one between 1 and 7. If you didn't catch, like I see 15 people on, but I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people entered right now. That means there's at least 5 semantics. Well, if you pick 8, that means I'm going with 7. Just telling you. So I give you your chance. If you say 8, that means it's going to be 7. But if you want to get in our serial number giveaway for break credit, just put a number in the comment section of what serial number you think will be pulled tonight. Empty box. All right. So this is going to be for Lynn for the Commanders. I see 13 people on now, which means there are 3 people that could be winning themselves potentially some break credit by just putting a comment in the box. I think I'm going to do a promotion for folks to help build the group a little bit more. I'm going to call it like I know you did that. Couldn't technically it be 1 if you did do box 4, he says. All right. We will do box 4. All right. It could have been 1, but I was just going, you picking the last one on the line, but since he officially is picked now. Hey, we can all celebrate or blame you for if the box fails. Or if it's great, then we'll love you for it. Will Anderson Jr., George Kittle. Sounds good. Sounds good. I like that. Penny Sewell, like the fact that your number you're picking has a personal meaning. So, unless you're saying that's what today is. Josh Allen, shock. C.J. Stroud, turbocharge. Adam Thielen, Kyle Pitts, Joe Anderson, Kamari Lassiter. So we got a red shock here. Bo Nix on the shock. Nice for the Broncos. Christian Watson, shock. Michael Penix, and then red shock. Jordan Love. That's not a bad one to be getting right now because this guy is definitely starting to tear it up in the league. This is going to be 114 of 249 for the Jordan Love for the Packers. I went on the mini to Lynn. All right, let's leave these. We got 5 laps to go at Bristol. Only 8 cars on the lead lap. Some guys, if they win, they go to the playoffs. A mess. All right. Here we go. I wonder if these guys are all going to wreck going in one of these corners here. They almost did. Wow. They all just disaster restart. Jeez. That's a fair statement. All right, we got Lamar Jackson, Bucky Irving, Ivan Pace Jr., Brett Favre, silver die cut, Josh Jacobs, Ray Davis, Darnell Washington, Jahmyr Gibbs, Brock Bowers, Rashad White, Huafaga, Cameron Johnson. Marshawn Lattimore for the Commanders. It's kind of I agree with you. It doesn't quite make sense. Patty Mahomes, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Cedric Tillman, Justin Fields, George Kittle, Jameson Williams, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Queen, DeMarcus Ware, Kyle Hamilton, Lamar Jackson, Harrison Smith, Mike Evans on the die cut, Brock Purdy, CJ Stroud, and Ray Davis. It is a fair point. I don't actually know why the term late came up or where that came from, because it's a good point. It doesn't make a lot of sense, honestly. Y'all can see my cat right now. He's like, let me lay right next to your wheelie chair. All right. Put that here. All right. We'll random that. We'll do a duck race for that Panini point. So here comes the Breakers Delight Topps Chrome box. We get 2 autographs out of this, including a bunch of parallels. One pack, 10 cards. This is where all your serial numbers are going to come jumping out at us. All right. There's that. Here we go. 1 pack. But it's nothing but parallels. All right. Maybe we'll get a Superfractor. Maybe somebody will finally hit the Superfractor bounty. I mean, I don't think any of that's gold, but there's definitely some color in there. All right. Here we go. Good luck to everybody. Drew Pearson for the Cowboys. Justin Tuck for the Giants. Okay, so that's these next 2 are the autos. So let's slide these over. We're going to do those last. Troy Fatuano. Will Shipley. Where's the numbering on this one? There it is. This is 24. Man, we had 2 people that had 23. 24 of 50. Going to Green Bay. Antonio Freeman. 24 of 50. Next one behind it is 24. The odds of that. 24 of 99. That is Jacksonville Jaguars, Tony Baselli. And behind that, we have, I swear if it says 24 again, 46. Nope. Of 75. That is Mike Singletary for the Bears. And the back is Larry Johnson. All right, let me sleeve these. All right, so let's go see what autos we have. All right. So here we go. I said 12 twice. It should count. It doesn't work that way. All right, so this will be like a silver geometric. 115. Probably 150 and 150. Of 199. Going to Baltimore for the Ravens. That is a Nate Wiggins auto. And behind it, we've got, I think this one's going to be a 99. 75. 99. San Diego has a Darren Sproles auto. Not quite the monster where we had the Drake May before. Not quite what we were hoping for on that one. Well, we had one good, really good Breaker's Delight, and the second one kind of lacklustered there a little bit. But Greg's picked us an amazing finest box that we're going to put all our hopes and dreams to rest on that one to come through here. So, in Greg, I trust. All right, let's run a quick duck race here for the 250 Panini points. All right, let me grab the list. So for 250 Panini points, I'm going to take everyone in there. I'm going to take myself out. Give you all a little bit better chance at that. All right, so I'm pulling myself out of this one. All right, so let me switch the screen over. Yeah, not quite as good as the last one we had. Kind of slightly missed the mark on that one. All right. All right, so I'm going to run down just so y'all can see this real quick. So we got, you can see we got Brad, Mark, Marcus, Steven, Matt, Tanner, Michael, Frankie, Marcus, Jaw, Andrew, Mark, Lynn, Phil, Jaw, Matt, Andrew, Frankie, Marcus, Mark, Andrew, Tanner, Brad, Marcus, Jack, Sam, Jaw, Steven, Phil, and Chad. You might. All right, I've pulled these back to 30 seconds now because it just takes minutes kind of too long. So we're going to do a 30-second duck race. The contestants are ready. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. This is for your 250 Panini points. The old 250. 250. Not 350, 250. All right, we're coming down to the 10-second mark here. Who's going to surge? We got a late surger here coming from the back. Andrew Huther. He's the winner of 200. So I'm going to put his name right on it. So 250 Panini points for Andrew. All right, let's do the recap here real quick. Switch the screen back. All right. All right, so let's do the recap here real quick for this one. A little bit on the lackluster side, but had a couple good shock select cards. But we got a Bo Nix on your shock concourse. Future Michael Penix Jr., Michael Penix on the premier level. Tyrone Tracy shock. Caleb Williams select certified. Drake May numbers. Marvin Harrison base. Darren Sproles auto 75 and 99. Nate Wiggins auto 115 and 199. Drake May base premier. Caleb Williams Concord base. JJ McCarthy concourse base. Tony Baselli numbered to 99. We had a Mike Singletary numbered to 75. A JJ McCarthy premier level shock. A Drake May silver die cut premier level. Then you got a Ed Oliver, number 2, $4.99. Jaden Daniels, that one went over to Marcus on the Shock, Concourse Shock for him. And then we had, last two we had was Antonio Freeman, which was number 24 of 50. And Jordan Love, numbered 114 of 249 for the Packers. All right, we're going to move on to baseball here and hope our luck is better in that one. I'm going to get the Logofractor and the hobby box that was picked. It's right here. I'm trying to think what I'm doing for baseball next week. Might do a hobby and a Logofractor, kind of pull some of the prices down a little bit. All right. There you are, Logofractor and Topps Finest. I do still have quite a bit of Finest left. We got Tier 1 coming. All right. Let me put the comment, the folks who are in it. I'm going to update your list here. All right. Put this in here. Sam, are you still on? Well, I'm going to do it this way. So Sam, Lynn, and Greg, you all are going to get packs in. Oops. So Sam, Lynn, and Greg, you all each are going to get 2 packs in Finest for the A's, and then Sean Stickle is going to get the A's in Logofractor. All right. Baseball. Now up. We got Greg. We got Lynn. We got Sam. We got Sean. Andrew. We got Billy. Alan. Chad. Anthony. Matt. Dan. Juan. Bryce. And Frankie. All right. And there are the comments. All right. So for this one, we're going to do Logofractor first. So Sean Stickle, you get to do your box for the A's first. And then we're going to do the Finest. So as with Topps Chrome Logofractor, there's really only 2 packs in here we actually really care about. The rest of it is going to be base cards. I was disappointed that Breaker's Delight box. Empty box. I was expecting or hoping for more. All right, so Logofractor packs are here and here. We'll do those last. Let's go ahead and rip the base packs. I have one more of this here at the house. I have 4 up at the shop. I'm not sure if they sold or not. I have to look. But either way, I think they're still pretty readily available. Last time I looked, they were still kind of the same price everywhere I look. I imagine I'm waiting to get hit up to try and buy a whole case of these. They're just expensive for what they are. I mean, they're a glorified mega box. I mean, they look great, but for $120 pop, they're a bit rough. All right, here we go. Here's the base cards. C.J. Abrams, Michael King, Connor Norby, Adele Amador, Jacob deGrom, Ryan Bliss, Thomas Sagas, Garrett Cole, J.P. Crawford, Josh Jung, Jose Ramirez, Nolan Jones, George Kirby, Manny Machado, Brady Brasso, Hayden Birdsong, Yu Darvish, Daniel Sheeman, Adrian Di Castillo, and Nico Horner. All right. So these are the ones we care about. Really? That's shocking to me. So who do you have? You have the Brewers. Well, let's see if we can change that tonight. We do have one color. Cody Bellinger, Logofractor. Blake Dunn, Logofractor. Fernando Tatis Jr. And then numbered blue. Giants. That is Logan Webb, 39 of 150. And a Cade Dana Logofractor. All right, second pack. See if we can change Allen's luck here. All right, and maybe of color. Christopher Morel, Javier Sanja, Tristan Cassis, horizontal for ATL for Michael Harris II. That is 186 of 199. And an A card for Sean Stickle, Lawrence Butler. Well, Alan, you're right. I still haven't. Well, maybe you'll get lucky and you'll find a Logofractor in your next shipment. I didn't know. I've never pulled you a Logofractor. I mean, they're not very prominent either, so. All right. So here's our finest box. We're going to do 2, 2, and 2. So empty box. All right. So Sam's got the 2 on the left. Lynn's got the 2 in the middle. Greg's got the 2 on the right. So here we go. Good luck, everybody, with your finest. That's for having the A's. Everyone else obviously still has their teams. Brooks Lee. Take my word for it. Andrew jumping in the end of 13. Andrew, you won yourself some Panini points tonight. My good solemn word that you know I pulled box for. Brooks Lee, Rafael Devers, Francisco Lindor, Ketel Marte, Justin Henry Malloy, Jose Altuve on the X-Fractor. We have a upside down? I guess it's upside down to 250. That is a Orvelis Martinez, 154 of 250 for the Blue Jays. That is going to Matt. At 250 Panini points. You won a duck race tonight. Kevin Alcantara, Ellie De La Cruz. There you go, Chad. That is a uncommon refractor, Ellie, and a Cole Ragans. Now, I don't want you spending all that 250 Panini points all in one place now. All right. This is Sam's second pack for the A's. Christian Yelich, Andrew McCutchen, Will Wagner, Jackson Holiday, Mason Wynn, Cam Smith, X-Fractor. Got a blue. Royce Lewis, 123. Wow, Sean was close. I had 126. I'd prefer a super factor, but any port in the store. Yeah, trust me, I understand. Kyle Tucker, James Wood on the debut, nice, and a Giancarlo Stanton. There's some rumors that Judge may be making a push to come back for MVP, and maybe it's not as quite close because Raleigh's batting average isn't quite backing as hard to the MVP candidacy. Be interesting to see. Should have a bunch of shipments going out on Monday. I'll be working on shipping and sorting tomorrow. All right. Set 2, Lynn for the A's. Everyone else has theirs. Good luck. Jackson Jobe, Jaron Duran, Matt Shaw, Jackson Merrill, Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers, Jose Altuve, a blue. Wow, it's a Blue Jays box. 117 of 150 going for Bo Bichette. They got a finest timelines for the Dodgers. Jackie Robinson. Ha-Seong Kim, arrivals, and a Ronald Acuna Jr., who I heard just went down with a torn Achilles. So Acuna, I think I've heard, is out for the year now. All right. Oh, nice back card. Cat was going to attack you.
I'm going to attack him. Why was he up here crying?
Because he wanted into the room.
Go somewhere. Go to bed.
All right. Second pack for A's for Lynn. Christian Walker, Matt McLean, Luis Castillo, Edgar Quero, and then something different. That's an auto. It's one of those finest autos. We've seen these.
In the room, you got an auto.
Yeah, well, It's a box that has an auto. It has 2 autos in it. It's the first one.
Just kidding.
All right, we've seen these before. We pulled the Paul Skeens of this one, so let's see who's going to be the lucky winner of this one. That's a Yankee. Andrew. It's a Yankee wearing a World Series emblem, too. 4 of 75. Who had 4? Nobody had 4. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
Sure, it's a Yankee.
That's a very nice autograph. How about an Andy Pettit? 4 of 75 on-card auto. Finest moments. That's sick. That is glorious. Andrew with the Yankees. Very, very, very nice. That is super nice. All of his times buying the Yankees have finally paid off. Super nice. Andrew, you can thank Greg for picking the box.
I'm going 9 nights.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. My wife's going good night. Right, finish this pack off. We've got Wyatt Langford. Trey Turner on the Pearl. 5 of 40 going to the Phillies. Nice. Okay, I will take a look at the centering and everything and let you know.
Why is there a random golf ball on the floor?
That was what I was using at the time for my planners.
Oh. Does it go on your golf ball thing?
I think it's a fake. I think it's like a Simpsons golf ball.
Oh.
Trey Turner for the Phillies. That one's going to Jack Griffin. Nice Pearl.
Are you done sooner?
I got 2 packs left.
You're going to code it back, or are you doing more shipping?
Oh, no, I'm probably quickly behind it. Corey Seager for the Creators. Christian Campbell for the Red Sox debut. And a Roki Sasaki uncommon for the Dodgers. It's a nice Pettit. Pettit's always got one of those really super nice signatures. All right. Last 2 packs. These are going for Greg. So we know there's at least 1 auto in here, Greg. Did you pick the right auto for yourself? What's up, Brian? Angel Martinez, Royce Lewis, Thomas Sagas, Luke Keschel, Christian Campbell. This is our other auto. Did Greg pick the right auto for himself? Did he get a Nick Kurtz or a Jacob Wilson? Negatory. That is for the Detroit Tigers. Juan Lopez picking them up super late. Ty Madden. And behind it, to 350, but nice one for the Nationals. That is a James Wood 235 of 350. Very nice. Brian, I talked to Daniel a little bit today. He seems like he's becoming in better spirits for sure. 235 of 350. James Wood rookie. Nice. We got a Gunner. Jacob Wilson. Well, you did get 1A. Greg, you did get a Jacob Wilson arrivals. And an Aaron Judge on the uncommon. This time out and sleeved. All right, 1 pack left. Let's see if we can make it a winner. Yeah, he said he said it's definitely sooner rather than later for him coming home. So, all right, last pack. Another nice one for the Nats there. Dylan Cruz, Willie Adams, Jackson Churio for the Brewers, Kevin Alcantara rookie, X-Fractor Tyreek Skubal, X-Fractor Devin Williams, and last one, it's a blue 109 of 150. That is, man, the Blue Jay. This was a Blue Jays box. Alan Rodon. And then a Dylan Cruz debut. Connor Norby refractor. And a Mookie Betts. And that is right. Yeah, we just got to get some more folks in that break. It should be a good one. Those Cactus Jack cards have done pretty well. I mean, I could make it an 8 spot and we can double the wrestlers. Of course, then it turns into $58 a spot. All right. So I'm going to put this in for Greg. I do want to thank everybody for helping get that mini filled and running this break. I will put up a calendar for next week on breaks. I'll have it up in the morning before 12 o'clock, and then you can see what's coming this week. Again, it sounds like Donruss football is supposed to release on Wednesday, so we will probably, if we do, I have 6 boxes on order. We'll do that for Friday. I do have an Illusions and a Topps Chrome Hobby that we'll do leading up to that one. Oh, yeah, I saw somebody, I saw a group that hit the Superfractor Rock Auto. That's crazy how much that's worth, too. All right, let's do the recap here. Alan Rodin to 150. Michael Harris to 199. Logofractor. Roki Sasaki base rookie. Bo Bichette to 150. James Wood debut rookie. Logan Webb to 150 rookie. Ellie De La Cruz refractor uncommon. Trey Turner to 450. Royce Lewis to 200. Orbelis Martinez to 250. James Wood to 350. And then a Ty Madden autograph and an Andy Pettit 4 of 75 autograph, which that's probably the best one of the night right there. So, all right, that's going to do it for us tonight. We'll have break drops tomorrow. We'll have, I don't know if I'm going to do Topps Chrome football or Illusions football tomorrow. Probably I'll do Topps Chrome tomorrow, and then we'll do Illusions on Wednesday. Baseball wise, I've got to look. We'll have some cheap basketball breaks up tomorrow as well. Looking at some Topps Chrome mega boxes I've got for pretty cheap. And yeah. Yeah, it'll be got some stuff. We got some boxes coming too. We got some tier 1 coming. I got some select NASCAR coming. I do have Inception basketball coming. So those Inception basketball boxes look pretty good. They're pretty solid looking. So, all right, that's going to do it for us tonight. Hope you all have a great night. And I hope you all continue to have a great weekend. And we will catch you all later.